My name is Richard Average. I'm an illustrator from Cape Town. Based in Somerset West. Grew up there and now I am working full-time as an illustrator. I love the culture and that's what I do. My journey started when I was 7. My older brother, Chester, he's a dope artist as well. He's a fine artist. He does painting and real-life portraits of people. So when I was 7, I saw him drawing like Mickey Mouse, Dragon Ball Z, those types of things. And then what happened was I was trying to imitate him basically. So I was like, yo, you draw dope, let me do my thing. And then what happened was I started drawing, tracing, sketching, all those types of things. And then since then it's just been gradually building, doing more drawing. And then it ended up with me deciding to study design. So the passion started when I was 7 and I've just been drawing ever since. Yeah. My definition of art, I think it's self-expression. I think it's more, what I've come to realize is it's definitely more about expressing who you are through what you do. I think when I was younger, or when I was learning about art, it was more trying to imitate what I see or trying to be another artist with their vision. But I think now I've gotten to the point where I think art is just about expressing yourself not only through what you do, but how you dress, how you see things, how you talk, how you are as a person, being yourself. Because when I do my art, it's literally just a reflection of who I am. Whether it's color in my work, whether it's line work, it's just expression, flowing, and being aware, self-aware of who you are. I think art comes with self-awareness, and I think that's an essential key to what you do. I saw another few designers and they were doing more illustration, more drawing based projects, and I felt to myself, yo, I like that. I feel this way more because I can't. Design has a lot of boxes you have to stay in, and I feel like illustration just gives you the opportunity to break out of it, and I felt way more comfortable with that. So in my second year of art school, I decided, okay, what I really want to pursue is illustration. And in my third year of art school, that's when I just started pushing illustration all the way. I didn't realize by just drawing the way I see things, that's where my style for the illustration came from. So it became more a thing of drawing how I draw and applying all the knowledge I learned in art school from using Photoshop, using digital aspects, and applying that to the skill I already have, and just merging those two fields, because I feel there's a lot more drawing than the digital. I'm not just relying on digital, but I'm relying on my own hand. So when it comes to my style, I think it's really expressive, really bright, and really culture-based as well. The first one of the 3 that really stand out for me is a project I call The Deity. That was in 2017. What I did was I saw there was a lot of local clothing brands in Cape Town that I was enjoying, and I was into fashion illustration. And what I did was I saw these local brands and I thought, instead of seeing people drawing Gucci or artists representing Louis Vuitton or all these outside brands, I was immersed in the street culture we had in Cape Town. I did this one character, very bold and bright, colorful. He has a Soul jacket on, and Soul is a local brand as well. And I think that's where it started for me, just pushing the street culture illustrations. And I think that piece stood out for me because it was a point where I could see myself doing illustration with my own style, with my own way of drawing, and it wasn't imitating someone else's. I felt that piece was the first piece that really represented what I do and how I do it, and just how the lines and everything connects. So that piece definitely stood out. Second piece would have to be the golf floor artwork I did. So I did the drawing, put it aside because I had so much other things to do. And then in 2019, this year, the start of this year, I started finishing off this artwork, and I added color, I did everything I wanted to it. I started with that piece. Once I finished it off, it got me to the point of seeing that this is what I want to do, this is how I want to illustrate, this is an accurate representation of who Richard Average is in this day and age, instead of the things that I did before. And it was also a turning point for me because the piece represented growth, like with the flowers coming out of the sneaker. To me, it was me blooming, me becoming something more, becoming something different from what I thought I should be doing, and now just doing what I want to be doing and chasing my passion. So a collaboration, I think that was very important to me this year, and that was something that I appreciated way more than I could even imagine. Was I did some work with PUMA South Africa. What they said was they'll send me a sneaker at the PUMA Cell Venom. It's the white and black one. I started with the idea of, instead of just creating this artwork that they post, what I wanted to do was create a project around it, just because it'll add more depth to it, it'll add more content, it'll add more worth to it. I started with the illustration, did the drawing, got the design going, feeling fresh, and then what I then did was I contacted one of my homies, who's a videographer and photographer, and I did the illustration. It's the sneaker with the Puma colors. I was looking at the Puma box, it's green. They had a lot of green going on their social media at the time, so I was like, I'll use that as a background base. The sneaker is black, so I couldn't really get too crazy with it, but what I had done was I added some texture, I added some depth, I added a unique and authentic feel to it, and then from there, me and my homie Joshua, a dope photographer, give him a follow, give him a look. He's JPEG in Motion, that's Instagram, shouts out. What I did was, with him, we shot a shoot with me wearing the sneaker, and then at the end, just putting all of that together and sending that off to Puma, and they put it on the Instagram. The video has about 34,000 views, which is crazy to me. And that project, that collaboration to me was a sign that you're not just drawing sneakers in your room. It's more like you doing something for the culture. And even if it's just one person or one brand, they're seeing what you're doing, and it's you reflecting that and they're enjoying it. So it was a dope collaboration, yeah.